Hello guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Ultra Moon. My name is Rabbit Luigi. In the last episode, we got the Groundonium Z crystal from fighting Hapu on Executor Island. We have now defeated everybody we need to, who might be standing in our way of getting to the top of Mount Lanakila. I think that's the case. And taking on the Grand Kahunas in the place, which is not quite the Elite Four, but we can pretend it's basically the Elite Four. I came to the Mahalo Trail at the end of last episode with the knowledge that apparently there's a fun thing at the end. And there is. You better believe there is. The thing is it's a Lunala. I didn't think it'd be Lunala. Lily's just hanging out with Lunala. I don't remember if that was the case the whole time. I don't actually remember how. You know what? Actually, I do remember, because we fought Lunala or Solgaleo at the altar. The altar of the whatever, the son of the, I don't even know, but at the altar on Pony Island, basically. So it has changed. This is an optional fight. We don't even have to catch it, but I would like to. I don't think you're just gonna give it to me. So what I've done off screen, I just wanted to prepare, which is why we're on a different episode this time, which is why I ended the previous episode off at the point I did. Where's the balls in this bag anymore? I don't know. Where are the balls? Items? Might be items. Must be items. Okay. It seems like there's more items, more balls than there was before. It's always at the bottom. So I don't want to use, I mean, these are a terrible idea. I don't want to use Master Ball. The Master Ball is good. There's probably something later that I want to catch. I do have a Quick Ball, couple of Quick Balls, 9 Quick Balls. Really only 1 Quick Ball is going to be handy. I've bought some Ultra Balls. Don't really care about anything else. Maybe Dusk Balls, because it's kind of night now in my game. That could be handy, I feel. I don't know. Let's just fucking balls to the wall. Okay, I have saved it. You were there when I saved it. Okay, nice. Just don't want to defeat the legendary Pokemon Lunala or is it appearing on the box art or something. I mean, I'm under the impression that it has a catch rate of 45, which means I can throw 1 Quick Ball at it and probably catch it, but I have no faith. I wouldn't say no faith, but I have a decent amount of thought that it might not catch it in one shot, but you never know. Maybe all of this worrying about it is for nothing, and it's actually just going to catch it immediately. I mean, that would be funny, but a little bit of an anticlimax, I feel. Okay, I thought it might be, but okay, it's fine. Also, I have a type which just ignores your exclusive move, which I quite like. Okay. So Shadow Ball is going to take it down to not a lot of HP. Night Daze is a dark move. I presume a dark move. That's interesting. I presume it's physical, because that did not do as nearly as much as it did before. Well, because he was level 50. That's why. I'm thinking of Necrozma, who was level 60, but you know, it wasn't that good. Accuracy. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. Since it's going down regardless, let's throw a duck ball at it. I'm going to throw a duck ball at it. It's going to be my bestest duck Pokemon. These are now very effective at night, which is what it is, but not effective enough. Okay. See, the problem is the coloration of Lunala kind of makes me want to catch it in a Master Ball, because it's purple, and purple goes with purple. Really does. That's a fine question. What should I do? What should I do, baby? Since we know that, what was it called? Night Daze. Night Daze is scary. So let's just go with Blathers. Hope we get a turn. Oh, excuse me. Hope we get a turn in with Spirit Shackle, just to take it down a bit more. Give it something to think about. It's faster than me. For some reason, I was a little surprised it was faster than me, but it is a legendary Pokemon with some actually disgusting base stats, I'm sure. Maybe speed isn't the best of them, but still pretty good. Okay, we are resetting right now. So I'm fairly certain, as is the case with modern Pokemon games, that even if I do defeat Lunala, as I did just then, it appears again, because I think Game Freak at some point realized that having a really important Pokemon disappear once you defeat it, like, that doesn't feel good. You don't feel good about it. So, for example, if we were to beat the Elite Four, it would return to this location as a thing we can do. I don't really want to worry about that at the moment. I prefer to catch it. So, we have another chance with the Quick Ball. It could just catch it straight away, which would be hilarious and kind of annoying, because it's entirely in the hands of the gods whether it just wants to be in that ball. It could just want to be in that ball. I don't know why we're here. I don't know why we're trying things. I don't even know why we're trying. Fucking, it's fine. I presume a catch rate of 45. Like, if it's a catch rate of 3, that's kind of obnoxiously good, the quick ball. I don't know. We don't even have to do anything. Don't have to buy any balls. We caught a legendary Pokemon. It looks very majestic. Very, very majestic. So, we're going to have to nickname this thing. It's quite majestic and beautiful. There's only one thing we can nickname it, and I'm fairly certain that if anybody has played this game or the last game, everybody calls it the exact same fucking thing. You know, I can't even go with my way of nicknaming certain Pokemon, because I could call it Nibbles, but I could also, that's not the consonant I put in the middle of those things, so I'm gonna call it Nebby and call it a day. Don't call it a day, that'll be weird. Send it to a box. I will probably never use it. Please collect the Pokeball. I collect a Pokeball. Don't know what's in the Pokeball. Lunala, no. Nebby. Imagine if I didn't call it Nebby. I don't know if she now is naming it what I've named it, but imagine if I called it something which wasn't Nebby. I'd be an asshole. Nebby, you belong with Rabbit now. He will be the one to raise you, just like any parent should raise their child. He will be your father now. Are we married? When did that happen? Nebby, you have brought your light to everyone, and including my life. I know that you'll be able to keep everyone smiling and happy, Rabbit. Thank you for taking care of Nebby for me. Nebby, I'm going to become stronger. I swear I will. Now it will be your turn to watch over me as I grow, okay? Please watch me. Please watch me in slightly snarky voice. I'm sorry, I ruined it. And this Rabbit, Nebby was holding it. Please use it with care. This is gonna be, indeed, I wondered about this. I don't really know what it does. I definitely had no idea how it was gonna work into the story, but Lunala and Solgaleo have Z crystals this time around, which is mildly overpowered. Now, let's go, Rabbit. Cross to the world! Fight the world! I want to go over here for a second. Is this still broken? Or is it fixed in the post-game? I don't remember. It's fixed now, by the looks of it. Can we fight the... Can we do that now? I don't even know if I want to do that now, but... I know... I definitely know. Oh, excuse me. Drinking things and the gaps between, you know, resetting my game. I know for sure that I don't want to take on the Elite Four this episode, or indeed... Basically, if I do it in the middle of a recording session, I feel tired over what exactly I can do. So, I'm feeling like if we want to, like, I won't say push our luck, but kind of go further with the cat. Basically, I caught Lunala at the second attempt immediately, and I feel like that's a bit of a, like I've kind of shortchanged you in a way. There wasn't much conflict there. So if we can, I don't remember. Maybe we have to prove ourselves as champion of Alola or something. I don't remember. We'll find out, because it's entirely possible. We can catch him now. Might not even be the case. No reaction. Okay, we do have to become champion of Alola first. That's okay. I can deal with that. Maybe instead we'll have a lovely time going through Mount Lanakila and approaching the entrance to the Elite Four and just not doing it, because... Like I said, doing it in the middle of a recording session kind of leaves me tired over what I can do over in the gap between recording sessions. I can go find some TMs to teach my Pokemon or something. I don't know. Just makes me feel restricted over what I can do. But the good news, I guess we have a legendary type Pokemon. Not a legendary type Pokemon, but a Pokemon that is legendary in nature. We could use it for the Elite Four. It could replace, say, I don't know, it could replace any of them, realistically, but I feel like if I go through this whole game and with a certain team, doing well with that team, eventually, it will be a very stupid idea to replace them at the pinnacle of the challenge, at the end of the challenge, the most important part of the challenge, the end of the challenge. I can't just go back on that and say, hey, I'm gonna get in some temporary Pokemon to do the work for me. So... Mount Lanakila is interesting, because this is where you would originally, I mean not in this game because this is Ultra Moon, so I wouldn't actually be able to get an Alolan Vulpix, but this would be where I would be able to find an Alolan Sandshrew. Also, Pokemon trainers. You're not going to be caught in one quick ball, are you? How about you? Indeed. People in this part of the world sure do talk funny, but it's okay. I recently said, it worries me not, in general conversation. I'm coming back now, because I want to show you an interesting Pokemon. Maybe Sensei is not the Pokemon to have out while it's here, but you never know. A Malamar, genuinely one of my favourite Pokemon. It is a funky Cthulhu monster. and it's a Psychic Dark type, which is a little awkward to take down. I suppose Bug would have been better than this, but I don't know, we get to show it off. It's very interesting. It is the evolved form of Inkay. This is what we would have if I didn't, you know, have my rule of only having Gen 7 Pokemon, or Pokemon from the generation they come from, in the whatever the fuck we're doing, in the, I don't know, I had to change Pokemon anyway, otherwise might end up dying. But it is Malamar with its hidden ability Contrary, which just means that any stat down becomes a stat up, so you can use things like Superpower and actually increase your attack and defense every time you use it, which is kind of fucking insane. Basically, it's so stupid and I love it. Psycho Cut. It's also physical, I think, or maybe mixed. I can't remember. Most important thing, I can use Leech Life, get all my health back because it's a Psychic Dark type. It's a cool Pokemon. I like it. It's again one of those things. Psychic Dark, I don't think had been done before Gen 6, which is where Malamar came in. Please let me have a moment with my Pokemon now that they are back in their Pokeballs. Indeed. You were talking about having at me. You came on to me, Sunshine. But it's the idea I was talking about a while ago, a couple of episodes ago, where I said, if they run out of ideas for Pokemon, just think of a type that hasn't been done yet and work around that. Psychic Dark, there's a certain amount of, you know, juxtaposition of, you know, not oxymoron, but of two differing things clashing and being weird and different. Fight me, and you can make a Pokemon out of that. It's not just Pokemon. We trainers need to evolve too and become more stronger. Oh no, Clefable's using Metron. It can fly. Clefable can fly. This is new. Oh god, it just did it from the top rope. That was incredible. Also, it interrupted Thrash for some reason. I think because I missed. That's okay. I think if I ever do a Pokemon game again, which I'd like to do after this, not immediately after this, but at some point in the future I'd like to do another Pokemon game. I kind of would like a Pokemon that has Metronome, because I originally had it when I did Gold, which was my first Pokemon game, and it's hilarious, because nothing ever is boring when you're using Metronome. You either get something weird, or useless, or incredibly effective, so either way, you've got something entertaining to look at. Also, this feels completely different to how I thought this cave went originally. I don't know. I have no faith that I'm going in, because there's a Z crystal in this whole cave area, so I'd like to find it. The only problem is everything's different now, so I think everything's different. Maybe I didn't go to that part of the cave very often while doing grinding for the Elite Four back in the day, but everything feels a little bit like the geography has been altered ever so slightly. I could probably investigate it in my own time, but I don't know. Gotta find the pedestal that has the Z crystal on it. In case you can't tell, I may have said this like at the start of the episode or something. I've kind of lost track of time in that manner. The type of Z crystal we're missing, the only type, is ice, okay? We dug the tunnels, we made the path, now we're gonna challenge a challenger. Surely you, like, tunneled the tunnels. I mean, he was doing some weird thing with nouns and verbs there, but didn't want to rain on his parade too much. Also, in terms of this... Oh, it's gotten really loud in my ear again for some reason. I have no idea why, but in terms of this area feeling different to how it was before, I'm pretty sure there were no Machamp shove blocks of any sort, so getting the sense that they've made some drastic changes to an area that didn't really need any drastic changes, but I guess if Game Freak want to be involved in some way, then that works as well. Max Elixir, Max Revive, you can fill your Pokemon up to full again just by using items. Let me get out of here and understand where we are in the world. Just as like an establishing area, just to know, because this isn't the end of the cave is my point. It's a fairly long trek to get to the top of Mount Lanakila. It is the tallest mountain in Alola, pretty sure about. Oh my, okay. That's an interesting sight. Anything down here? Like a Z crystal maybe? I don't know. We're gonna fight this legion of... Hello? You do that. Are you gonna do you? Oh god, they turn around. That's horrifying. 2 black belts at once. This is gonna be a head-on battle, you understand? Oh god. You may be away from home, but our fighting dojo travels with us, and all are welcome. You only just turned around. I don't know. That's wacky. Okay. I kind of like it though, sparring partners, and they have an asymmetric team, which I guess works. But always got to beware. That's a little scary. I'll keep the double battles in, because at least they are different and weird, and very strange and weird, but, you know, it's something different than just fighting random-ass Pokemon. Also, I can use Hurricane, which is only, okay, it is only single target. I mean, if there's a hurricane blowing through, you feel like that would affect more than one Pokemon. I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there as a thing that might be applicable. You know, like Earthquake. Earthquake, as a thing, affects a large area. You can't really focus a hurricane on one area. Maybe like one town or city. I don't really know. I don't live in a country, or rather I live in a country, that doesn't have a lot of hurricanes. We've had some high winds. I wouldn't classify any of them as a hurricane, though. We get like mini sort of twisters on the ground where like leaves go around in a circle, but that's not really the same as the stuff that destroys towns and cities, okay? I'm not gonna pretend I understand that plight, because it's very different. Also, the hail, kind of annoying. I have an ice-type Pokemon, which I guess could step in and, you know, laugh in the face of the danger of the falling ice rocks. That's basically what hail is. I guess that'll still hit, doesn't really matter, but also, I like in this, well, ever since it's arrived, if it's snowing of any sort, that is considered hail. Hail and snow are very different. It's a form of precipitation, but it has a completely different effect. It just bounces off rather than, it doesn't settle as well. It's not as pliant. It's not as easy to settle. I couldn't even do my sway back move. I head-on battle and we lost. I mean, it was a 2-on-1 battle, which was kind of like cheating, so I'm not going to say that was a cowardly thing. Can I sneak between the two of you and come back here later when I want to do some training? You're going to move away? Bye, guys. Okay. Just when I get to the top, I can come back here in my own time. Oh, God, this is very different. Come back here in my own time. And, I'll come back here in my own I'm sorry, what? I thought, what the fuck? Okay. Okay, I don't even know why I'm going to my Pokedex. Why is Necrozma here? Why is Necrozma here? Can I avoid it? I kind of want to avoid it, guys. I'm not going to lie. It's a psychic type. That's all I know. That's all I've ever known. Okay. So, I'm going to save it just in case it sucks me into a Pokemon battle. Don't really want one at the moment. I'm trying to just get to the end of Mount Lanakila, get to the top of it. So, if I can just sort of dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum-dum-de-dum-dum-de-dum. I'm not here, goodbye. I was never here, goodbye. Well, at least we know where it is. That was my next question. Is that when and where do we fight Necrozma? Also, my next question, other than that being an ice rock, I already know about that. I might know where we are now. In which case, I guess what they've done is shown you different parts of this large cave network, because this was here originally. I think I'm roughly going in the right direction of the thing I want, although you're not in the way. That's new. Again, I'd like to fight these people off screen when I have the time, which I suppose again reinforces the idea that I want. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what the idea I was going to reinforce was. These are new weird areas. This is probably where you'd find an Alolan Sandshrew, but like I just want to get to the end and then come back. Actually, it reinforces the idea that I don't want to be in the middle of the Elite Four when I finished a recording session, because it gives me no chance to do anything like go back through an area and train Pokemon, or avoid collectors, or anything. Avoid Chadtronic, because it's the same person. Oh god, it's amazing. I love this Pokemon. I've never had one. I probably won't have one now, but it's a normal Dragon-type Pokemon. It's called Drampa. It's so adorable. It's amazingly adorable. It's good. I just used Spirit Shackle like a moron. The problem is, which is mainly the main reason why it might be an obstacle to you actually having one, is it only appears in this cave, which is quite late in the game, and if I was to do that, I'd have a gap in my team for the longest time that could only be filled by a Grandpa Dragon, which is an interesting, beautiful idea and concept. So I have Ice Beam, which is it's not important actually, it's not important in the slightest, but I guess if we get a fun Pokemon that can for some reason know that Pokemon, don't worry about it, Rotom, you look real sad. I'm not going to tap you for the whatever's quite yet, because I'm just interested in going through here. Just having a Z-Power Ring or Z-Crystals doesn't mean anything. The power they hold means nothing unless you use it. Indeed, I never use it. See, now I'm kind of lost, because I expect the Z-Crystal to be around here somewhere, but it's kind of, not a maze, but there's so many different places where it could be. Mostly just here. Reach out and grab the Z-Crystal. We got Icium Z! Is anyone going to teach me how to do the dance? No? Okay. I will interpret it upon my own ability to dance like a fool and a moron, but I don't know. I can make do. So now I'm just wondering, when can I find the time to go catch Necrozma? I kind of want to do it now, but then it'll be a long episode. It's my worry, and I don't really want to have too many long episodes because I have to record them. I did the 44-minute episode yesterday. In terms of what you saw, it was actually a couple of days ago, but when I recorded it, it was yesterday, okay? There's my exit. There's where I get through. I cannot avoid you or the person ahead. That's okay. I will manage. I keep losing, but I think this next battle I'm gonna win. I doubt it. Hey, I can tell you why you keep losing. You had a Miss Magus, which is a good Pokemon, but it also it used Growl, and that's not very terrifying. It does not make me feel threatened in any way. So, there's a double battle coming up. I feel a inclination to keep it in. Let me just do a bit of healing. Soda Pop. When did I get so much Soda Pop? When did that happen? I don't remember. Let's heal up Metroid. Oh, my throat. I don't know why. I can't really run the excuse that I've only just woken up because the time it's taken me to get to this point in the episode, I've spent a long time being awake, so I can't run that excuse forever. Not really. Let me fight these two clowns who are throwing their Pokeballs in sync. I never stop honing my skills as an ace. And my skills as a veteran have not dwindled. Are you related? Because, you've got some great synchronicity, not only in your actions, but also in, like, your Master and Apprentice. There you go. Someone's got 3 Pokemon. It's the last trainer in between me and my escape of this, getting out of this cave. It's okay. I've actually got some good Pokemon to take out these clowns because, kind of wish I had Rock Slide now. Vikavolt, kind of terrifying, but also not very fast. Don't want to... I'm lagging. It's lagging a lot. Pressing buttons too fast. And making me feel like it's not going as fast as it probably should do. Let's use Liquidation on the giant ice monster. Yes, I'd like that. Stone Edge. Let's talk about Stone Edge hitting every single time I've used it so far since I've gotten it back. I don't know why. Usually it misses fairly frequently, but now it's kind of okay. Also, Hurricane sometimes hits fairly quickly. I don't know if it arrives. Freeze Dry, fun little move. It's super effective against water types, which is something that ice moves typically aren't, which is a fun little thing it does. Okay, that's an interesting Pokemon you brought out there. Let's do a thing. Let's use Thunderfang on Glalie. Fortress can't really... There's a chance it can just use a Steel-type move and cause damage to Kalima. How about we use Liquidation on the giant Fortress Walnut thing? I don't know, I had a Walnut. It was adorable. It was great. It was really useful. Really good Pokemon in, like, Gen 2. Not so good nowadays. There are things like Ferrothorn, which are probably a little bit better. But doesn't matter. I have a Fire-type Pokemon I could always bring out if it's proving too much of a problem. I can't tell at this stage. Maybe I just have lots of things. Gyro Ball's going to do a lot of damage. Okay. I do a surprising amount of damage, everything considered. Also a Tyranitar. Glad to see it, I think. Takes me back to the time when I defeated a Larvitar while trying to find something else, and people got mildly angry at me because it's quite rare in the Diglett Tunnel to find a Larvitar, and I didn't care. Basically, this is my best move. Best move on Fortress. I can't imagine that I'm going to stay in very long. Now there's a Tyranitar on the field. It might even be faster. But I will go with what I can while I can. Do some damage with Thunderfang. Yeah, it's even got physical contact, baby! That's gotta mean something. Can't use Gyro Ball anymore. Or, oh, that's a good question, actually. You know the food, which is like a wrap, but I think is Greek, and it's spelt like gyro, but I think it's like a hero? Is it a hero? Let me know if any Greek... It might be Spanish. I don't actually know. Greek or Spanish viewers... Help me out on this, because I had some while I was in America. I plan to go back to America in May, but I still would like to know what it's called before I go back and I say, can I have one of those Gyros, you know, the Gyros, like, the Gyros, that sounds weird, but it's just not technically what it's called. Pretty sure it isn't what it's called. So, what's a good play here? I imagine Sensei. What's faster than a Tyranitar? It's a trick question, none of them are, but... I don't really want to be slower than a Tyranitar. Oh, excuse me. I probably can't take it out of anything that Kalima's got. Stone Edge could do some damage. Oh, burping. That's what I wanted to do. That's the thing I wanted to do. I just want to get through this fight, get to the Pokemon Center, call it a day, and then in my own time fight some other trainers, and also take advantage of a fun little thing that is in that Pokemon Center, which could be quite handy going forward. Also, that did no damage. That did a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure... hasn't it got, like, high special defense in... sand streamness in the sand? No, not Metroid. In the sand, it has higher special defense. That's just a rock type thing, isn't it? I don't know. We're far too deep into this episode for me to care. Basically, let's use Thunderfang because I've no faith. Even though it's hit every single time, no faith whatsoever that Stone Edge is gonna hit when I needed it to, or Thunderfang's gonna miss randomly. I guess it has 95 rather, accuracy, so there's every chance it can miss, but amazingly, the move which is more likely to hit didn't hit. I don't know, buffed it by Sandstorm. Lots of that. Oh, there's one more. I forgot there was one more. That's not good. Also, it's kind of an awkward type to defeat, I feel. Gonna be right up against what what Pokemon I still have alive, basically, so let's just go all in on this and hope that I get a turn. Bishop, I don't think is particularly quick. It might be fast enough. It is fast enough. Okay. That's fine. Kind of. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's bring out Sensei. Or Scarlet. Probably Scarlet. Scarlet might be a good idea. Kind of took a while to bring Scarlet out. But there was a giant rock monster not so long ago that had Stone Edge that annihilated me. Quite a lot of other opposing Pokemon have annihilated me with Stone Edge. Remember Guzma's Pinsir that randomly had Stone Edge? That was fun. Good times. Good reminiscing times, I suppose. Doesn't matter. It's going down anyway. Not going to be faster than an Oricorio, I feel. No, indeed. That did quite a lot of damage that time. Not so sure why. Wouldn't be able to tell you. Why Thunderfang did like half damage that time. That was pretty good. Anyway... this should be the end of Lanakila, I feel. My skills as a veteran were not enough against you, eh? My skills as an ace, they meant nothing against you. Like, I guess you're master and apprentice, but you just say the same words, everybody. That's kind of weird. Anyway, let me get out of this crazy cave area and go to the Pokemon Center, or just be here, where there's going to be another challenge, I think. There might be another challenge, I think. Or maybe I can just hope that no one arrives here and ruins my day. It's a nice idea. Or maybe it's just here to heighten the tension before you reach the top of Mount Lanakila. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me just dive for this Pokemon Center really quickly. Okay. There is a battle up here, but I think I'll wait till the next episode to do that because I'm not saying I'm out of time, but I would like to do it in that episode. And there's every chance that we don't fly through the Elite Four as well, so... we don't have to rush. We're not in any need to rush. So, this has been Rabbid Luigi. This has been Let's Play Pokemon Ultra Moon. In the next episode, I'm going to go back down to Mount Lanakila and catch Necrozma. Going to come back up here, fight a person, and then try and fight 4 more people. So, it sounds good in theory. In practice, probably a little bit complicated. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.